right, ready to go here. Here's Francisco Lindor.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And that is out of play. And that one's a little bit low. Ball one.
Well, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
The shortstop takes the ball. Missed with a changeup. 3-2 now.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
There's a swing and a drive. Raging back towards the wall. Grabs it right up against the wall. This is Corbin Carroll. Fought off foul. 1 out, bases empty. They say you win.
0-2 is the count.
Next pitch is outside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Ripped to short. Lindor on to first. He's out. 2 outs, base is empty. Ted Simmons getting ready to hit. In the air, center field. Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. At the plate, Max Clark. Clark hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's usually in center, but today starting in right. The 0-1.
Ball inside.
Well, less responsibility for him today, making the move from being the captain of the outfield to moving to right field. So can let his center fielder take those balls in the gap and kind of like a little day off.
Struck him out swinging. Some high cheese for strike 3. And now it's Frankie Lindor. Swing and a miss, and 1-0-2 on the radar gun. That's out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Kyle Tucker. Nobody on his team has been better at driving in runs this season, Singy. Fastball for a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Ball 1 there.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And he can't come up with it.
No, he's in there.
Runner at first with 2 away. And here's the catcher, Ted Simmons. Could be extra bases. Hi, everybody. It's Boog Sciambi. Welcome to the show. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got Diamond Dynasty Baseball tonight. It's the Nightmares going up against the Bats. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And now the shortstop, Robin Yount.
The shortstop, Robin Yount.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Calls it in, and there's one away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch. Fastball just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Liner caught it second. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Lou Brock.
The left fielder, number 20, Lou Brock.
That one ripped. Reynolds makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Back here with my pal Siggy, and on the hill in this one, it's Walker Buehler.
Boogie brings a ton of confidence with him to the mound. He's looking for good at-bats and a few runs from his teammates, and he's hoping to take care of the rest to make sure they come away with a win. If he's on in this one, it's going to be a real uphill battle for everyone else.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Really nice job staying inside with his hands to fight off that pitch. Man, that cutter was bearing in on him, but he found a way to stay with his approach, didn't spin off it, and he hit it pretty well.
0-1 now. Buehler deals. And there's a hit. Lindor around second, headed for third. Junior gets it back in quickly. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down. First and second, 1 out. And here is Ted Simmons. He's under it.
God damn it.
Puts it away for the out. So up next, Ellie De La Cruz.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Ellie falls victim to the K. Back here in Pittsburgh, second inning set to go. And now the DH, Willie Stargell. Missed with a changeup, 1-0. Between his size and his fastball, Bob Gibson probably was considered one of the most intimidating pitchers of all time. Hit in the air, center field. Junior makes the catch, and there's one gone. So digging in, Adolis Garcia. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Going back onto the track, and he makes the catch. 2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. Just missed.
Outside.
2 outs, base is empty. On the ground right side. And that one handled. Slings to first, 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. Walker Buehler will go back to work, and that's in for a strike. Griffey was an instant sensation when he burst onto the major league scene back in 1989. A sweet swinging 19-year-old kid, and he got to play alongside his dad. He was a special player. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2.
And in his rookie year, it was already clear that Ken Griffey Jr. was a generational talent, a bona fide 5-tool player, and every one of those 5 tools was elite.
There's a swing and a drive. Brock really on his horse for it. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. And here's the first baseman, Tony Clark. And a foul ball.
That term five-tool guy gets thrown around lightly sometimes, but with Junior, it applies 100%. There's nothing this guy couldn't do on the diamond.
Junior squeezes it. Runner tags at second. The relay throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the left fielder, Ryan Reynolds. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Next pitch is outside. Fought off foul. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Smoked on the ground a second. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Leo DeVries, the next to hit.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield bat, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
He was all over that one. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And ball
Outside,
one.
that's a ball.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
This guy's got
One
such
ball,
a good sinker.
2
As a
strikes.
hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And that'll get down for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Handled that down and in breaking ball very well. He saw the break early coming from the other side and just let it get deep enough and drop the barrel on it at the very last moment.
Strike 2.
0-2.
And a good eye
Inside,
there.
ball 1.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. New inning getting started, and now it's going to be Josh Young.
Young.
Gibson back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Gibson measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball,
That's
a
a ball.
slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup. And now
Ball
2-1.
inside.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. Now he'll turn for second. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite
0-1
field, and
count.
it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
1 ball.
In the
2
dirt.
strikes.
No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Inside ball.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swung on, belted. That one's carrying. Hauls it in on the warning track. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team. breaking ball misses outside. And a rope into center field, base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Oh, okay. What time will you be here?
I thought drunk off dead.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air.
I don't know, probably like 10 o'clock.
He's got it. Running tags at second. Throw cut off to third. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
We're going to have to watch this.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
Fulfill the documents from today.
This one driven deep center field on its way. Home run.
So that's the first thing we're going to do.
They say you have to do the shipment.
It's 3-1.
Yeah, we got to do everything.
So 2 down. Now the left fielder, Lou Brock.
To
He's
go to the
0
next
for 1.
step, to be able to enter your invoice, you got to fulfill
That
the
one
shipment
lifted to
part.
left. Reynolds.
But they got a training video right
Drops
on
into the glove,
Trader Joe's
and
training
that is
video,
that.
So
Did they say, did you tell them, like, we don't, like, need the labels? Like,
well, we just have to put, on each pallet, it's like
Set
we
for the
label
bottom
it
of
now.
the third.
It's the same
Now it's the
thing, pretty
DH,
much.
Kyle Tucker.
But it'll probably print it out for us.
And
we'll just
that
have to
misses.
figure out how many
And that's
stack,
ball
you know,
one.
we have to
Well,
know-
after
have to
scoring
know
runs,
if
this is
you
where you're
got-
looking for that
if you
shutdown
got
inning.
700
Get that
bags
hot
going to
team back in there to
Fontana,
swing the bats.
And you need to
Next
put the
pitch is
label. How many
outside.
sides you
Two
put the
count,
label on?
great
Two
hitter at
sides?
the dish.
Yeah.
If you're going to miss, you've got to
Then you
miss
need,
outside the zone. You miss
14
inside the
labels
strike
printed
zone,
for that
you'll be
one.
asking the umpire for a
So,
good baseball.
just something like that. So you just print 14 labels and you just tape it on the same. You give it to Carlos.
Swinging a ground ball up the middle.
I would
Tosses
imagine
to first.
that's the way it works,
Leadoff
so.
man retired here
All
in
right,
the
well, I'll
third.
see you tomorrow. We'll
And
go
here
over-
is
we'll go
Ted
through the training
Simmons.
together and,
0 for 1 with a
do
fly
it.
out to
So we both
center.
know how to do it. Then we'll have to get Tyler
That's
trained
in for a
on it
strike.
to do it as well.
alright.
All right. Bye.
Throw on to Freeman, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. So 2 down now, and here is Ellie De La Cruz. Foul ball. Brock gets under it. He's got it, and that is out number 3. Back here at PNC Park, start of the 4th, and now the DH, Willie Stargell. That one is absolutely belted. Makes the catch up against the wall. Now it's the right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Clearly ready to hit right there. First pitch of the inning hits a bullet, and it just is one of those bad luck ABs.
And a foul ball. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there are 2 down. Junior stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Fly ball down the line. De La Cruz makes the catch. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. That one's in there. That's strike 1. On its way to the corner, Brock flying after this one. And that's a foul ball. In the air, left field. Makes the catch, and there's one down. And the batter now, Tony Clark. Fly to center his first time. Swing and a miss. And that's strike one.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Throws to first in time. Ryan Reynolds here.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And that's outside. And that is ball one. Out towards right center. That's well struck back there. And out of here. He circles the bases. It's 3-2. Now here is Leo DeVries. Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. Stop. Makes the catch. That is the inning. Ready now for the fifth inning. Now the third baseman, Josh Young. And that's fouled off. That one missed. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Stop. Stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. And that just misses. One out, base is empty. Fights it off, he'll see another.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Just missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That one misses, and that's ball three. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. He saw a lot of pitches in that at bat and found a way to win the battle.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Contreras stands in here, takes ball one low. Not even close there. Yeah, that's ball two. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And a strike in there. And that is cut on and missed. And a full count now. Up the middle, dive, and he's got it. Flips it from the ground. That's one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Double play on them bitch asses.
We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now the right fielder, Max Clark. Out to short. Throw on to Freeman. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 1 for 2. Line drive. Brock makes the grab for the second out. Here's Kyle Tucker. Griffey on his horse.
Tucker
And that
Hater.
will end the inning.
Sorry if I messed our hip-hop material. Sorry if I don't sell it, it'll take a miracle for my dreams to come true. Cause it's set too high, I'm in the clouds. If I fall off, I might just die. I need rap like I need fresh air.
Back here in Pittsburgh, all set for the top of the sixth. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Robin Yount. Gibson back to work. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And that is out of play. And that's in the dirt.
Two balls, two strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Kicks and deals. And that one hammered. That's back. And brings it in at the wall. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. He's already homered in this game. That's outside. Ball one. Freeman goes 6 feet 5 inches, 220 pounds, and he was a second-round pick back in 2007. To the right side, DeVries. The throw to first. Freeman is out. There's 2 away. Lou Brock digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. On the ground, right side. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to him, Ted Simmons. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And there's one down. So up next, Ellie De La Cruz.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And there's a ball. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
And there's 2 away. So digging in, Tony Clark. That's ripped into the outfield. Down the line, and it's foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Brings it in, and that. Back here at PNC Park, top of inning number 7. Now it's the DH, Willie Stargell. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Well, these players, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. One gone here. Now it's the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Base knock, center field.
Wastes no time there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Into the outfield, base hit. quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Line drive. Come on.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
And that one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one upstairs, ball one.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. First and second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And we're back, set for the last half of the 7th. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Brian Reynolds. Hammered on the line, base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff dive.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Yount for one. On to Freddie. Double play. Now a chance for Max Clark.
Man, that is such a tough double play to execute as a first baseman, and not only field the ball and make a good throw to
this one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Gone. He made him pay for that one, and we are starting over. It's 3-3. Foul ball there. Two down, base is empty, but one run across here at the bottom of the 7th.
Shit out of here,
Swing and
nigga.
drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they had the lead. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Now he breaks his bat. Soto makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back here in Pittsburgh, we go to the Goose Gossage on the pitch here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
This one in the air. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One up, one down. Next to hit, Robin Yount.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Hard hit left side. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. And here's Freddie Freeman.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Strike 2.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Swing and a miss. And welcome back to the
Oh, this nigga quit. Oh, biatch. Oof.